Far away in the land of Moab, King Balak stood atop his palace walls, eyes filled with dread. Below him, stretching across the valley, was an endless sea of tents, Israelite tents. They had crushed mighty nations, toppled kings, and now they camped at Moab's border. If they marched forward, nothing would stop them. Moab's warriors were strong, but against these people? Against a nation whose God had split the sea and shattered Egypt? No sword, no army could stand. Unless he found a way to turn their God against them. Balak sent messengers riding hard through the deserts. They carried riches, silver, gold, royal gifts. Their mission? To find a man feared across nations, a prophet named Balaam. For it was said that whomever Balaam blessed was lifted high, and whomever he cursed was brought to ruin. Night had fallen when Balaam stepped outside, torchlight flickering against his weathered face. Before him, the messengers of Moab stood with arms full of gold and silver, their voices smooth as silk.
King Balak offers you great riches, Balaam. Come and curse Israel for him, and he will reward you beyond measure.
Balaam replied to them, I can only speak what the Lord commands. Stay here tonight, and in the morning I will tell you what God wants.
That night, as Balaam lay in his home, the presence of God filled the air. The voice of the Lord spoke.
Do not go with them. You shall not curse these people, for they are blessed.
The answer was clear. The next morning he stood before the messengers and said,
Go back to your king. The Lord has refused to let me go.
The messengers returned to King Balak with Balaam's refusal, but he was not a man who accepted defeat. He sent more officials, greater in rank, richer in gifts. This was no mere request anymore. It was a summons from a king. The messengers arrived and urged,
Let nothing keep you from coming to me. The king will reward you greatly. Name your price, and it shall be yours.
Balaam answered, Even if Balak gave me his palace full of gold, I cannot go beyond what the Lord commands. Yet that night, Balaam asked God again, and this time, the answer was different.
Go with them, but only speak the words I give you.
And so, before dawn, Balaam saddled his donkey and set out for Moab, unaware that the road ahead would test more than just his obedience.
By the way, if you find any of these videos interesting or enjoyable, please consider subscribing. These take a long time to make, and it really helps out.
The morning sun blazed over the dry earth, and the road ahead seemed clear. Then suddenly the donkey stopped. Balaam frowned and pulled the reins. Move, he snapped. But the animal refused, because it saw what Balaam could not. Before them, unseen to human eyes, a warrior stood, a being not of this world, a towering angel. Balaam struck the donkey once, twice, and again. Move, you stubborn beast, he shouted, ready to strike again. Then, as he was ready to strike again, the donkey suddenly spoke.
What have I done to you that you have struck me 3 times?
The words froze Balaam mid-swing, but instead of recoiling in shock, he answered without thinking. Because you have made a fool of me, Balaam snapped. If I had a sword, I would kill you. The donkey's voice remained calm.
Have I ever done this to you before?
Balaam hesitated. No, never. Then Balaam's eyes were opened, and before him stood the angel of the Lord, sword drawn, radiating a fearsome presence that made the earth itself tremble. He fell to his knees, his heart pounding in terror. The angel spoke to him.
Why have you beaten your donkey 3 times? I stood in your way because your path is reckless before me. If your donkey had not turned aside, I would have struck you down and spared her.
Balaam bowed lower. I have sinned. If my path displeases you, I will turn back. But the angel's gaze did not soften.
Go, but you will speak only the words I give you.
Balaam rose slowly, his limbs shaking and his pride shattered. The road to Moab stretched ahead, but now he understood. Balaam arrived in Moab. Before him stood the city gates, flanked by towering banners bearing the sigil of King Balak. Then a royal procession emerged, a line of chariots and warriors escorting the king himself. Balak stepped forward. "At last you have come! Did you not believe my messengers? I can make you wealthier than any man alive." But Balaam's eyes were distant, his thoughts still heavy with the weight of his divine encounter. "I have come, but understand this, O king. I can only say what the Lord commands." The king replied, "Then let us waste no time. Come! The people you must curse are waiting." As night fell, Balak led Balaam to a high place, Bamoth Baal, a sacred hill overlooking the vast Israelite camp below. Fires burned in great stone braziers, the scent of sacrifice thick in the air. "Look down! There they are, a people too numerous to count, swarming like locusts over the land. Curse them for me now." Balaam stepped forward, but instead of lifting his voice in a curse, he turned his face to the heavens, and the Lord spoke to him. Then he opened his mouth, and instead of a curse, a blessing poured forth. "From the hills I behold them, a people set apart, mighty and blessed. Who can count the dust of Jacob? Who can number even a fourth of Israel?" Balak's fists clenched, his jaw tightened, and he turned sharply. "What are you doing? I brought you to curse them, not bless them." Balaam's voice did not waver. "Must I not speak what the Lord commands?" The king's face darkened. "Come, we will try again. Another place and another chance. Perhaps there God will permit a curse." But Balaam already knew the answer. The Lord had spoken, and no man, not even a king, could change it. Balak led Balaam to another high place, Pisgah, where ancient altars stood against the starlit sky. The priests prepared 7 more sacrifices. With his voice taut with expectation, the king said, "Perhaps here the Lord will let you curse them." Balaam stood before the offerings, eyes closed, waiting. And once again, when he opened his mouth, a blessing came forth. "God is not a man, that he should lie. Behold, I have received a command to bless, and he has blessed. I cannot change it." Balak's face twisted in fury, his hands balling into fists. "Enough of this nonsense! If you will not curse them, then at least do not bless them." Balak's patience was gone. He seized Balaam's arm, dragging him to yet another place, Peor, overlooking the wilderness. It was his last hope. "Surely here you can curse them," Balak insisted, his voice a mixture of desperation and command. Once again Balaam prepared the altars, but this time he did not seek omens as before. Instead, he fixed his eyes upon the wilderness, and as he gazed upon Israel, the Spirit of God came upon him. "How lovely are your tents, O Jacob, your dwellings, O Israel, like valleys stretched out, like gardens beside a river. The Lord himself is with them." Balak staggered back, his mouth opening, closing. No words would come. His rage could no longer be contained. He turned on Balaam, his voice a growl of betrayal. "Enough! I called you to curse my enemies, and 3 times you have blessed them. Leave! I would have made you rich, but the Lord has kept you from my rewards." Balaam did not flinch. "I told you, I cannot go beyond the word of the Lord." Then Balaam turned his face to the horizon, and with the power of the Spirit upon him, he spoke one last time, a prophecy that would reach far beyond even his own life. I see him, but not here and now. I perceive him, but far in the distant future. A star will rise from Jacob. A scepter will emerge from Israel.
If you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to do so. It really helps us continue providing you with amazing videos like this.